Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Arab the Plug, and on this channel we talk about the cryptocurrency market, how to analyze the cryptocurrency market, and how to make money from the forex market. This is a continuation of the cryptocurrency trading course that I've been making a lot of videos about. So if you are watching this, make sure you check the description box so that you can look at the whole playlist and watch the videos there where I talk about other things in the cryptocurrency market like support and resistance, candlestick patterns, and every other video I made. In this video, I'll be talking about the top-down analysis, and it's going to be divided into two. One part would be the top-down analysis as done by DAPO WILLIS, one of those people I learned a lot from when it comes to the market of technical analysis. And also, I'll be looking at another aspect of top-down analysis for you if you're a day trader. The reason for doing this is because DAPO WILLIS is actually a swing trader, and there is a way he analyzes the market using the top-down analysis for swing trading. And I know a lot of people do not want to be a swing trader. Someone like me, I trade swing on some account and I trade day trading on some other account. So I find a way to navigate through top-down analysis for swing trading and also top-down analysis for day trading. So this video is going to be divided into two segments. So I will first analyze how DAPO WILLIS trades the top-down analysis because he's a swing trader, and how you as a day trader can also trade the cryptocurrency markets using top-down analysis. So in this video, I'll be using examples of crypto strictly because this is a crypto course, but any example, anything I do here can also be applied to other markets like the forex market, stocks market, the indices, index, and all other things. So once it's a financial market and once it's a technical analysis, you can pretty much use all these concepts for any market. So I'll be looking at the Solana market, and I'll be looking at Bitcoin. So doing technical analysis, doing top-down analysis, there are some things you have to look into. Top-down analysis is simply an act of looking at the market from the bigger picture and identifying the trend of the market, identify where the market is going to, identify the direction of the market on the big frame, on the big time frame, the higher time frame, and navigating down to the lower time frame so that you can pick the best entry for your trade. And this means that when you are looking at the market, you look at the higher time frame, you analyze on the higher time frame, there are some things you look for on the higher time frame, and there are some things you look at on the lower time frame. What you look for on the higher time frame using top analysis is the market direction, especially on the monthly time frame. You look for market direction. Where is the market heading to? Then you look for important candlestick patterns that are formed on the higher time frame. Candlestick patterns that are formed on the higher time frame is pretty much going to tell you, okay, this market is, you look at the structure, okay, this market is an uptrend. Then what is the pattern that is formed on the higher time frame, like candlestick? If the market is about to reverse, are you seeing a reversal candlestick, or are you seeing a continuation candlestick pattern? You look at this too. Then you scale down to the weekly time frame and look at, do you have some chart patterns that signify, that confirm what you have already seen on the monthly time frame? Then on the weekly time frame, you can also draw your support and resistance levels, key levels. And on a daily, you look at all these things, look for the daily key levels, and on the 4-hour time frame, you look for your entries and exits. That is how basically DAPO WILLIS trades top-down analysis. But for me as a day trader, I look at, which will be the part 2 of this video, I look at the market starting from the daily time frame, because all my trades are trades I want to take and exit within a day. So I'm not going to be looking at the big picture, because if I look at the big picture, my trades, my entries and exits would not be within a day. That is another aspect of top-down analysis. It is pretty much top-down analysis too, because in this kind of strategy, you'll be looking at or analyzing from daily, then you look at the 4 hours, you look at maybe the 1 hour, and you take your entry on the 15 minutes. Or sometimes you look at the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes without looking at the daily. But I like to look at the daily because it's going to tell me the daily trend, and I'm going to look at the daily areas of value. So let's get into our chart and do a top analysis of this particular asset, which is Solana. If you're going to be looking at Solana for the long term, because the bull market is pretty much coming, and we are expecting a very massive run this year And as far as I'm concerned, I believe this year Solana is likely going to hit around over $200 to $250 this year before the end of the year for Solana. And why do I say this? I'm going to analyze it. Looking at the top-down analysis of this Solana, you will see that this is September. Solana actually crashed last year and the year before the last, in 2022, because of what happened to FTX. FTX is one of the biggest bettors on Solana. It's one of the biggest partners to support Solana. And when FTX crashed in 2022, after the bull market, during the bear market, when it crashed, so around this place, it crashed from somewhere at 124 and went back to $11. And almost everybody lost into the Solana at this time. And people were saying, Solana is going to get back to zero. Solana has no potential to move again. And from that time, Solana has risen from the ashes and it is trying to prove everyone wrong. So in December 2023, last year, Solana went up to around $128 per Solana. So now looking at Solana chart, you see that on the monthly time frame, the market is in an uptrend. But this uptrend has seen a little bit of correction, something like a pullback to this area of value. If you look at this area very well, you see that it's an area of support. It's an area of support. It's an area of support. I'm actually going to be drawing the supports much better on the lower time frame, like the daily time frame. So the market has pulled back from this high. So it created a high for last year at this area in December, and there is a rejection. If you look at all these monthly candles, you see that these candles are candles with momentum. But the candle that formed in December showing rejection is telling us there is high probability of market having a reversal. Then in January, which was January 2024, just last month, the market again was bearish. The market was bearish for the first time in a very long time for the monthly time frame. And this is like a candle that shows that there is a rejection from the upside and the rejection from the downside, and it's more of like a 50-50 movement, equilibrium. The close of the candle was pretty much very close to the open of the candle. So this month was like 50-50. The bulls tried to push it up, the bears tried to push it down, but nobody actually won. So, but still, it was a bearish candle because the open was around 101 and the market closed at around 97. Then this month of February, that is just 7, we have been seeing a downward movement of Solana since the beginning of the month. So what I'm expecting on Solana is that, looking at this candle, bullish candle, that shows a sign of weakness, a rejection, followed by a bearish candle, I'll be looking at the situation whereby Solana is going to break this area of support that I'll be drawing later on in this video here. And if it breaks that support, we might see a push back to around $70 to $50 per Solana, so that a lot of people will be able to buy, because in the next few weeks, Bitcoin is likely going to push to the downside to give more room for a lot of buyers to accumulate Bitcoin before the bull market. And you know what happens with altcoins? Most of them follow suit. So when altcoins follow suit, there is likely going to be a situation where Solana is going to break down because of the fundamentals that come with Bitcoin, and also because of the fact that Solana has moved a lot and it has shown a sign of weakness around this area. It has shown a sign of weakness from this candle rejecting them to these two bearish candles. So if it breaks this area of support, we have a high probability of the market coming back to this area and even maybe to this area before the bull market comes. So that is what I am seeing on the monthly time frame. So scaling down to the weekly time frame, let me get rid of this. So now we just scale down to the weekly. You see that I actually took a trade on Solana, which will show much better on a daily time frame. So I actually took a trade on Solana since 25th of January last month, and that's it. So looking at the weekly time frame, you see that when the market made this high, looking at the market structure, when the market made this high, we've had a reversal. So it is pretty much of two things happening. There could be a continuation in the market structure if Solana can come back up and make a higher high. If the market can come back up, let me get rid of this. Sorry. If the market can come back from this area, if the market can push up from this area and make a higher high, then market might likely continue, but I doubt that's going to happen. The worst case scenario is Solana coming here, forming a double bottom, form a neckline, reverse a little bit, and come back down. That is my utmost prediction of what is going to happen in Solana, and that is only if it continues moving up. So I am pretty much sure that if the market goes up again, it is likely going to form a double top pattern, which is going to be a beginning of the crash back before the bull run, or the market rallying and breaking the support, then we short. So my prediction on Solana using top analysis is that the market is likely going to short. So on the weekly, I can't really find any pattern that I can trade, but I can find a probability of the market forming a double top pattern. So let's scale to the daily and let's find a way to draw our areas of value. But before I do that, let me just get rid of the drawings on the chart. Let me get rid of the drawings on the chart. So this is, let me get rid of the drawing on the chart. So this is Solana on a daily time frame. You will see that the market is at an area of value. This is an area of value. This is an area where the market has respected several times, like an area of support. Sometimes I don't like to draw my support with line, but then when you scale to the lower time frame, like the 4 hour, you see it better. So this is like an area of support. So I'm expecting the market to come to this area of support and bounce. If it bounces, then the market is going to form a double top, just like I said when I was looking at it on the higher time frame, on the weekly time frame. So if it bounces, it's like coming here, forming a double top, and then coming back. That is what I am seeing. But if it does not bounce and it come back to this area of support and break it, then you will see that the crash has started. And also, one of the things you have to look at is that, like I said, when I was analyzing on the monthly, I said the market has shown weakness, which is likely going to start the beginning of a bear market, of like a bear movement for Solana. So if you look at the top analysis teaches you that when you look at the market in the bigger picture, it's going to tell you the current direction, and it's also going to tell you the direction that is likely going to be the next direction. So now, when I look at it on a monthly, I said the market is in a boom, is in a bullish movement, right? But I said it is showing a sign of weakness and trend reversal. The candlestick I saw were showing the sign of trend reversal. So now, if you look at it on a daily, you will see that it is trending down, which is a downtrend. That means we have a temporary downtrend in an uptrend. But before we can confirm the downtrend, just like I taught you when I was talking about the market structure, you can look for the videos on market structure on my YouTube channel. I said that when you have in a market structure, in a bullish market structure, market will be creating higher highs and higher lows. So just let's look at it. This is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is a higher high, higher low. We expect the market to put in a higher high, but since then the market has been ranging. So the range is pretty much signifying the weakness of the market and the high probability of the market starting a new trend. So when do we know if the market starts a new trend? That is when the market comes back down here, retest, and stay below the area of support. So once this happens, we'll be looking for a way to short the market from this zone and short it back to this area of value. But that's going to take a long time because it's swing trade, like I said. I'm analyzing on a higher time frame. It's a swing trade. But then a trade is always a trade. No matter what it is, it's going to give you money if you are patient and if you are very accurate about your trade. So now, how do you take entries and exit? Now you have identified that the market is in an uptrend, but there is high probability of the trend reversing to a downtrend. Now, in this kind of situation, you don't just enter anyhow. You look for areas of values. So I have two entry scenarios for this. But before I take my entries, I like to take my entries on the 4 hour. If I'm swing trading, just like the strategy I'm talking about, the way that WILLIS does is, in this kind of situation, you see that the market is an area of value. This whole area is an area of support. One of the reasons why I don't like to draw my support using that, this whole area, let me just use the box. This whole area is an area of value, area of support, right? So my entry scenario for this are two. The first scenario is waiting for the market to break this area. So if the market breaks down, if it breaks this support, area of value, if it breaks this support, retest, and probably give me a bearish engulfing or any candlestick signifying that the market is completely bearish and is ready to push down, I'm going to be entering around here. Or maybe if the market does something like this, if the market goes up again, give a double top. If the market moves up again, gives a double top, then come back to this area, which will become the neckline, and then I'll be trading from the neckline. So it is pretty much the same thing. The only thing I want to be doing from this market on a long-term trade, which is a swing trade, is shorting. I don't want to be longing, because even though if the market might go up a little bit, the highest I think the market might go is this place, maybe forming a double top. So my bias is short, but I have to wait for this to happen before I short. So that is how to do a proper top analysis. So now, before you enter the market, one of the things you use to enter the market is using a counter trend or using a trend line. So for example, let's say the market comes down and break this area of value, then gives you a bullish engulfing. You might be entering the market, but then you may need a little more confirmation by just drawing a trend line and putting it around here. So if the market breaks the trend line, if the market like short, it's break the trend line, then you wait for a situation whereby the market might just go back to this trend line and then it's short. So it's actually not complex. What I'm just trying to do is that sometimes when you want to enter a trade, you give more room for confirmation. Because one of the things the market does is that the market might break this support, then push up here. So if you enter the trade just when the market breaks the support, it might happen that when the market breaks the support, it goes back to clear your stop loss, to clear some liquidity and start going down. So in this kind of situation, you would have lost some money, and then you'll be like, oh, the market just cleared my stop loss, market manipulation and stuff like that. But for you to be able to save yourself from this kind of scenario, all you just got to do is that if the market does not break with a very big bearish candle, if the market breaks with a big momentum candle, you might be tempted to enter the market immediately. But if it does not break with a very strong momentum candle, you might just want to wait for more confirmation by waiting for the market to give a bearish engulfing or any candlestick, or wait for the market to reverse back to this trend line. You understand? So that is, then if you revert back to the trend line and that start coming back down, then you enter the market and you target the next area of value for your trade. And also, if you want to become an expert and a guru like I am, and if you want to make a lot of money from the cryptocurrency market and be able to travel the world, do a lot of things for yourself, I would recommend that you get my cryptocurrency mentorship course, which is like a master class and a mentorship course where you get to learn all these things I have mentioned in the advanced way. You get to learn smart money concept as well, and you get a lifetime mentorship where you'll be also added to a signal group where you get access to my exclusive signal that's going to give you a lot of money in the cryptocurrency market. You also learn how to trade in the bull market and how to survive the bear market. If you'd like to get this master course and mentorship program, it's just $100. As at the time I speak, you can find the link in the description below on how to get that, and click on that link, get it on seller. I put in the description below, and once you get it, you'll be able to get access to my private phone number, so that I'll be able to give you access to the groups, and also you'll be able to get access to other students and be able to discuss with them in the student discussion group. That's pretty much how I look at the top-down analysis using DAPO WILLIS strategy, WILLIS zone, and how it trades. Then, if you're a day trader, it is pretty much the same thing. Let's look at the price of Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin, and let's look at okay, have a trade on Bitcoin that has hit targets. I don't know. I think so. So I have a trade on Bitcoin. Let me just get rid of this. Let me get rid of all the drawings on. Let me get rid of all the drawings on this chart. Right, good. So if you want to use this same strategy to day trade, the only thing you have to do is that you start analyzing from the daily time frame or from the 4 hour. And the reason is that when you are analyzing from the daily time frame, you are looking at the daily trend. Yes, you are looking at the daily trend. And when you are analyzing from the 4 hour time frame, you are looking at the 4 hour trend. So the daily trend is pretty much covering the trend of the market in that day. So if you look at the daily trend of Bitcoin from this perspective, you see that the market is in an uptrend. Yes, it is in an uptrend. But like I said earlier on, when I was looking at the general market for Bitcoin, I said Bitcoin has reached a top so far and the market is going to crash. And you know how Bitcoin moves now? Bitcoin does a lot of consolidation before one sharp movement. If you look at Bitcoin, let's look at Bitcoin for the past few months. You can see that was 2022 November. All these times, if you look at my channel, I was analyzing Bitcoin all this time. Look at Bitcoin, how it consolidated for a few times before it moved, sharp movement. Then consolidation again, move, came back, consolidation. This consolidation was from August 2023 to October. See how long that took. Then the sharp movement. That is how Bitcoin moves. So what I'm expecting from Bitcoin on a long-term basis actually is a lot of consolidation. From this time to March, then a sharp movement back to 26k axis. That is for long-term basis. If you are watching this video and you want to invest in Bitcoin, these are the areas where I would like to start Bitcoin again, buying it again, using this strategy. But that's not what I'm talking about now. What I'm talking about that is if you are a day trader and you want to use the top analysis to day trade, then what you could just do is that you look at the market from the daily time frame, look at the trend of the market. The trend of the market is an uptrend. Then look at your areas of value. Draw your areas of value. This is an area of value where you'll be trading from. You can just shift it a little bit. Or maybe, let's use the line. Let's use the line. This is an area of value. But the market is currently not trading there. This is also seemingly like a minor area of support, right? So you'll be trading from these areas. I don't like to have a lot of lines on my chart, so that's why I'm not drawing out all this support. But then the market is an uptrend, and short term, what you want to be doing is to be buying at areas of value. So I'll be looking at the 4 hour then to look for more information. So the more information I'm getting on this 4 hour is that the market is still an uptrend, but it is stuck between this movement. The market is stuck between this movement, these areas. So which means I'll be needing a sharp movement from the lower time frame to be able to trade the movement within this box. So you see that looking at areas of value, you have minor ones and you have major ones depending on the time frame you are trading. So if you draw an area on the daily or the 4 hour and you want to day trade, you need to draw more areas on the lower time frame to be able to catch up with the trade. So what I'll be looking for in this trade is to cover a very little movement. So if the market moves up and gives me a sign of rejection here, I might just be trading it, and I might just be targeting a short trade and trade back to this zone. Yeah, this zone. So it's going to be a very short movement, but then it's day trading or scalp trading. So you can just like wait for a situation where the market is going to give you an opportunity to trade around here, catching a bearish movement around here and shorting back to this place, putting your stop loss a little bit up here. So why would you do this? This is why we do this, because you barely can get a big price movement because of the consolidation. There's a difference between the way you trade a consolidation and you trade a trending market. So this is a consolidating market. Even on the lower time frame, it's still consolidating. So all you have to do is switch to my maybe 15 minutes and find your entry by waiting for the market maybe to go back up here, give you a rejection candle, and then you short and target this place. So this is how to trade. This is how to trade the top analysis during a day trading. You look for the overall trend on the higher time frame, like the daily. You scale to the 4 hours, draw your major areas of value. Scale to like maybe the 30 minutes or the 1 hour, draw the minor areas of value. But then sometimes you may not need to scale through all this time frame if the market is moving in a clear direction. But what is happening on Bitcoin currently is Bitcoin not moving in a clear direction and doing a lot of consolidation. So in this kind of scenario, you have to scale down to the lowest of the lowest time frame and catch your movement around there. So it might just be a situation of a double top here on the lower time frame and you trade it. So that's pretty much how I do top analysis. That is how you combine all the things you have learned from technical analysis, reading from the candlestick patterns, chart patterns, candlestick, and all these things to trade the cryptocurrency market. If you got value from this video, ensure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. And also, if you want to learn how to trade the cryptocurrency market like a professional and make a lot of money for yourself, consider getting the 10x cryptocurrency mastermind and become one of my students who learn and make money from my mentorship course, and you'll be glad you did that. See you in the next one.